Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be talking about a topic that's very important to me. That is the case in favour of compulsory study of school history at secondary level education in the United Kingdom. This is a PowerPoint presentation written and compiled by myself. Context. As you may or may not know, there is currently no legislation which requires that students are taught the history of their own school at any level of education in this country. Despite spending 14 years within the education system, nowhere in the United Kingdom are students required to learn about the history of their school, and most never do. As you can see from this graph, the number of pupils in school is increasing, and however there are almost no lessons of school history taught over the time. So, what is the importance of school history? Well, there's many reasons why that people should be studying it, so I'm going to go through some of the most important ones that I've thought of. To start with, it gives a context to the education. It's important that pupils understand why the school they attend works the way it does, and the wider contextual rules and traditions may seem illogical if they do not know the full history of the school. Secondly, as I sort of mentioned on the last slide, it can help you understand the rules. When pupils can understand the origins of the rules, they can understand why they are important. Without knowing why rules are in place or the process whereby they were introduced, it can sometimes be difficult to understand why they exist. Therefore, there may be better behaviour if students have learned school history. Thirdly, it instills respect for the institution. When students know the history of their school, they will respect it more. Understanding where a school has come from will enable students to understand their place within the grand scheme of the school and stop them from becoming self-important. When pupils understand the prestige and age of a school, they are more likely to behave, and when pupils have knowledge of how the school was built and who fought for it, they may behave better and litter less. It also shows pupils who came before them, and it's important to understand that they have come from a long line of pupils who were in the same place as them in times before them. It also helps to understand that you are not only an individual, but you are part of a body, and this will improve cooperation and respect for other pupils, staff and ex-pupils. As well as this, it gives good role models for the current pupils. When pupils know about those who came before them, they will likely strive for the same success which was achieved by those who were previously in their place, as it can seem like a more realistic goal. This makes pupils work harder. Pupils will also look to the past for inspiration in their studies. Local knowledge can also be acquired through school history lessons, because the school is the hub of the community, and understanding how it formed can help understand how the community formed. The issues that the school faced will have also been the issues that were faced by the wider community, and therefore understanding the school's history will help to understand the local community better. Also, it gives the pupils a more well-rounded education. Having well-rounded education is important to full personal development. It also focusing on other things other than traditional academia will definitely help to achieve this. As well as this, understanding how things came to be how they are can help create more things in the future. To build the society of tomorrow, you must understand the society of today. If children are not taught about how their school came to be, they will not be able to build more schools, and if you don't understand how something works, you cannot improve upon it. Finally, pupils will be able to take the institution foundation principles that were in place to form their school and take these elsewhere to help those who are less fortunate. By equipping pupils with knowledge how school communities are built, they can take this knowledge to other places to enable them in other places to gain an education. Teaching school history will allow it to be understood and spread to those in need. This will help educate the uneducated and make the world a better place for those people who have been educated, which once would have been uneducated. As well as this, it will also help them to have the knowledge of how to. It will also give them knowledge that will enable them to contribute to science and innovation for the good of all humanity. So, can something be done to move forwards? Yes, we must establish a comprehensive programme of school history education to all pupils in the UK. This can be achieved by using knowledge from both books and historical sources, but also by asking questions and gaining insight from staff, retired staff, pupils and past pupils. This can tell us how the school came to be how it is and how it was experienced by those who went there in the past. So, let's move forwards and educate children properly. It's what they deserve.